Hello, hello, Souls Loving. My name's Rain, and welcome back to another Genshin Impact reaction video. Today we're going to be watching Genshin 3.6 special program. I'm excited. There's a lot to get through, so let's just jump in and get started.
I come from an ancient race. We have existed for a very long time, possibly longer than any records in existence.
Oh, whoa.
The history of dragons starts from the very beginning of Teyvat.
Oh, are we finally getting into the wyverns, or
Dragon King?
what are they called?
We were victims of the apocalypse.
Bishops.
We also became
That
the
thing was
apocalypse
adorable!
itself.
Is
Oh,
this
whoa.
what they become after
New chasm
experiencing
area?
the apocalypse?
Apocalypse.
No one can withstand
Bongo
the
head.
power of the apocalypse.
Okay, four-armed Abyss Herald?
Both of you have only existed for a fraction of what you know as time. Yet you call yourselves lords of this land by leaning on the heavens' glow.
Is there any
Alright, so what I'm getting from this already, I'm sorry I stopped, is we are most likely finally getting into the real, guts of, the Abyss Order, maybe? Or maybe even some Celestia stuff? I know we were talking about dragons and stuff like that, and they're way older than the Archon War, the Bishops, or whatever. They are just as old as the Primordial one. Super, super old. So maybe that's what we're getting into? They said Dragon King, so I'm assuming, but it definitely seemed like there's gonna be some Abyss shenanigans, which is really cool.
way to avoid fighting them? Hey, wait!
Cool new boss. It looks like a gecko! Okay, why is it so cute? I know it's a terrifying monster, but it looks like a lizard, so I like it. Alright, leave me alone.
Life,
Kind of like a
death,
frog, too.
and the
Oh yeah,
world
Baizu.
around us all follow a set
I'm
of
not
laws.
pulling for Baizu. Technically I am, because I'm pulling for KAVEH. If I get him, I get him.
A bitter pill to swallow. Taking a turn for the better.
I like Baizu, I like KAVEH more.
Feast your eyes!
Oh! He's so pretty!
Watch and learn.
Oh. I love that. I love that!
Right clear.
He swings his sword with his briefcase. Floats it.
The
KAVEH's
competition
so
is heating up. Oh, and here's KAVEH bringing up the rear.
Wonder. I don't know what was going on, but it was literally everyone versus Wanderer, it looked like. Which is kind of cool. I love to see Wanderer back. Definitely pulling for KAVEH. I heard he's a driver, though. So, main DPS, sub DPS. So, oh, sorry. I should have charged my camera before I started. Oh, well. So maybe double Dendro team? Maybe? I don't know. We'll definitely have to test him out. But I am building him. I have kind of been pre-farming a little bit, not gonna lie. So I've seen some spoils. And I don't mind.
Nice.
Whoa!
Wow. Awesome!
Hey everyone, I'm Zach Aguilar and welcome to the Genshin Impact version 3.6 special program. Wow, I didn't expect we'd appear right after the trailer this time. I hope you all enjoyed that. Anyway,
so
we've got a
good. This
jam-packed
looks like an
program
amazing-
today, and we even
amazing
have
update.
more hosts than usual. So why don't we go around and take a moment to introduce ourselves?
Sure thing. Hey everybody, it's so good to see you all again. I'm Kimberly Ann Campbell, the voice of Nahida. I'm so excited to finally be back and share new content with all of you.
So cute.
Oh, well, if it isn't the renowned traveler. Hello, everyone. My name is Anjali Gunapaneni, and I'm the voice of Dory. Thank you for
Dory.
always supporting the business of Lord Sangama Bay with your shiny Mora.
And I'm Sean Dury, the voice of Baiju from Boo Boo Pharmacy. Are you experiencing any discomfort? And how many days have the symptoms persisted?
Yeah, I'm
Okay,
pretty good,
so
thanks,
real quick,
Doctor.
it looked like Baizu was a shield user, which I wasn't expecting. I thought he was going to be like a 5-star Dendro healer, because he's a pharmacist. So, I don't know, his ult put that bubble around him. That doesn't always mean shield, but it usually means shield. So, definitely a support. And then Kave, he's more of like a Claymore on-field character. I think he does like core reactions, right? So I'm definitely gonna have to see what they
I
say.
do have this problem where I am way too obsessed with my cute little chibi. Hello.
Aw, me too.
I've just seen a lot
Anyway,
of leaks for
I am
them
sure a
specifically.
lot of
I
our
usually
viewers
don't
have
pay
already
attention
seen our
to the
characters
leaks.
pop up in the game by now.
True. Yeah, you've all been a part of the traveler's journey at some point or another.
But
That's right, and
I
we'll be
made the
seeing
mistake of
everyone
looking up
again
what
to
boss
experience
Kave
some new
needed
stories
so I could
together in the
farm.
upcoming version.
Yeah, I can't wait.
after
Me
that,
too.
they just
I think
constantly
we're ready
showed
to
up
jump
at my
into
bar.
some upcoming content, like, I don't know, one of our new playable characters in version 3.6. Let me know if I'm saying this right. I think his name is Baiju? Baiju? Is that how you say it?
I
Settle,
will.
Sean.
Nice. I'm sure everyone's waiting to see which event wish the new characters will be appearing
Yes.
in. So, let's get to our first redemption code, and in the meantime, everyone will also be able to check out
Show me
some
who's
details
coming.
about the version 3.6 event wishes.
Sounds good.
Nahida! Let's go! C1 Nahida's so good. I might actually pull for C1 Nahida. Oh wait, and this weapon banner. This weapon banner will be really good. Nilu's weapon is very good for EM sword users. Like her, Kuki. Oh, Gani's back. And there's Kave on Baizu's banner. Okay, so I will be pulling for Baizu, mainly for Kave. Good to know. I was kind of hoping he'd be on the first half, but it's alright. It's alright. Gives me more time to farm, I guess. With the new weapon. Oh, Jadefall. So it's a piece of the Jade set. Nice. So we have Jade Cutter, which is the sword. Zhao Spear.
When on the road, one should take ample time to pause and appreciate the wondrous scenery along the way.
You're about to
His
collapse.
fighting style is very interesting. It doesn't look like he's using magic almost at all. He kind of just like poke. Poke, 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 poke.
Taking a turn for the better.
So is he a shield user?
Okay, that snake was awesome. Also, its design totally popped up on Baiju's shield.
I like that.
Oh, it is a
well,
shield.
I'm
Okay,
afraid
cool.
of snakes, but Chung Chung sounds so cute.
Yeah, me too.
So we
And
have another
also,
5-star shield
random
user.
thought,
Nice.
but isn't Baiju
Wait.
the first?
Is Baizu the first shield user? 5-star shield user since Zhongli? Do we have another 5-star shield? I don't think we do. Is that why Zhongli's so broken?
Male character with glasses?
Oh, wow. I think you're right.
That's
Yeah, I
cool.
think you're right. Personally, I love his voice. Think it's amazing. Also, you can't go wrong with purple pants.
Not biased at
You
all.
really can't.
You can kind
You know
of
what? Okay, let's talk about Baiju. Baiju is a doctor at Boo Boo Pharmacy and is skilled at healing his patients. His abilities have helped Boo Boo Pharmacy make a reputation for itself in Liyue Harbor. But most importantly, Baiju is a gentle and refined physician,
I'll
and his heart
trust
is
him.
dedicated to helping
I don't
the
know
world.
why.
He tends to anyone who
I
comes.
really like his design. I really like the bracelet with like the bolts on it. I honestly thought he might have like a little crossbow thing like Mika, but no. I don't. Maybe it's just because he looks like that Fatui dude. But him and Kaya, they're sus to me, and I don't trust them. So that makes me not really like them because I feel like I'm gonna be betrayed. I know that's so stupid because he's like shown no like reason for betraying us or anything, like no ill intent or anything. Like Kaya straight up lies to us all the time. Baizu's just nice. He just looks shifty.
Mr. Boo Boo Pharmacy seeking medical attention, regardless of their wealth or status.
Ah,
Oh, I see. So he's that kind of doctor.
What kind did you think he was?
Oh, I don't know. I kind of thought he might be the type of doctor who does good things, but with his own nefarious plan. You know, like,
See?
I can save you.
I'm not the only
For a
one.
price.
I guess he just seems kind of mysterious like that.
He kind of
Well, I
does.
give your imagination some credit, but
Maybe it's the
sorry,
snake.
he isn't quite the suspicious doctor like you imagined. In fact, he's actually a trusted physician among the people of Liyue Harbor.
Green-haired doctor with a
Everyone
snake?
prefers to go see Dr.
Male
Baiju,
Mobius?
no matter how serious the problem may be.
Nah, Mobius is a psycho.
Even
I love
though he
her.
works as a skilled physician, his own condition isn't so great.
I know people say that doctors are the worst patients. Is that the case for Baiju as well?
Isn't
Well,
he dying?
Baiju's case is a little complicated, and I don't want to give away any spoilers. So, travelers will have to check him out in-game to learn more about his story. So, zip, that's all you hear out of me.
Okay, well, no matter
that
what
how he's
happens,
like a
I just
pharmacist
hope
and
that he'll be
take
able
care
to
of
take care of
Chi-Chi?
himself.
Me too.
So he can
but
try to figure out how
besides
to
his
save
health,
himself.
Baiju also has some other troubles to worry about. For example, Director Hu will sometimes put up ads outside of Boo Boo Pharmacy to promote her funeral parlor. On top of that, poor little Chi-Chi is terrified of Hu Tao. So there are some days where Baiju really has his hands full.
Yeah, that does sound like something that Hu Tao would do.
As fate would have it,
Go
Baiju's
Tao.
master and the former director of Wangsheng Funeral Parlor both studied together under the same master. But the two had differing views on the concepts of life and death and ended up going their separate ways. Their
Oh.
differences were passed down to their apprentices, which has led to Baiju and Hu Tao's different views. In version 3.6, travelers will be able to play through Baiju's story quest to hear some of Baiju's inner thoughts
Okay.
and learn more about this caring doctor.
Kave
Interesting. I can't wait to check it out.
time?
In
Kave
his search
time?
for discovering new treatments and cures, Baiju will often choose to test new medicines on himself.
Oh, so he is a
As
healer.
you spend time with Baiju in the field, you can make use of his knowledge of herbs and interact with certain harvestable items, which will heal your current active character.
So if you pick up an item, it heals
since
you.
Baishu's a doctor, I think it's pretty safe to say that most of
But
his
he doesn't
combat
heal
abilities
with
are
his
focused
vision.
on healing, right?
Yep,
Because he doesn't
that's
need
right.
to, he can make
Baiju's
medicine.
treatment in battle
Oh,
is usually
okay.
performed in 2 steps. Step 1 is to control a wandering sprite that cruises through
Oh,
the
he is a
enemies
healer.
and restores HP to his teammates. Step 2 is to create a shield. When the shield refreshes,
full
ends, or is
support.
broken, not only will it provide healing, but it will also deal dendro damage to enemies. Baiju believes that even in a difficult
think-
spot, as long as the diagnosis and treatment are done properly,
Okay, I think Baizu's gonna be broken. Here's the thing. You guys know how everyone said that Kokomi is gonna suck just because she couldn't crit or whatever at the beginning? But she is literally she is the best healer in the game, plus she adds so much Hydra support to your team. She's just like god tier on teams with like electro units and stuff like that. This feels like that situation. He can heal, he can use a shield, and he can set off reactions. So he'll be an amazing Dendro support, maybe with a Dendro DPS like Alhaitham, or, you know, the 4-star DPS KAVEH. So that's really cool. Maybe with like a Hydro and Electro character, maybe? From the characters, you know, I have and I use, Alhaitham, Yelan, maybe Baizu, my bad. And then Fischl or Raiden, maybe Miko, just to set off those reactions. I don't know. We'll have to see. Oh, my bad. My bad.
lives can always be saved.
Sweet. Looks like we'll be able to try out some new team compositions with him in mind.
For sure. Well, all right, I think that's all we have for Baiju. So let's
KAVEH.
move on to our next playable character. I bet
Bring
many
out
travelers
KAVEH.
already know him well.
I'm
There's
glad you
a
gave me a
good-
chance. I always
there's
think
a
it
good
takes
chance I'm
people
gonna
with
see
similar
this
tastes
KAVEH.
to sustain a pleasant conversation.
He's so pretty. And he's literally so lazy, he doesn't
Come at
actually
me.
swing his sword.
Breaking new ground!
So mean. It's like, why swing it when I can have magic to it?
Cool.
Man, I love him.
Nice.
Okay. Did you see him make dendro cores explode on command? That'll be useful for me.
Yeah, that
Oh,
was crazy. And the
okay.
toolbox, he has some cool cool accessories. I am jealous.
Oh yeah, I'm loving
If you
those
can make them
animations.
instant
Super
explode,
cool.
wouldn't you be like really
Okay,
good
so
with,
since KAVEH
Nilu?
has some connections with Dory, I'll introduce him. KAVEH is an architect and has this like keen sense for beauty and the
Same.
arts that he's developed ever since he was a child. Not to brag or anything, but his magnum opus is the Palace of Alcazarceray, which is crazy coincidence where Dory lives. And his designs not only provide the required functionality,
Didn't
but
she
also
con
greatly incorporate
him
his
into
own
losing all
artistic
of his
taste,
money, and
making
that's
them
why he
feel
lives with I'll
unique
hate
and
them?
noteworthy.
Well, he sounds like a genius, so he must be pretty successful.
Yeah.
Well, he doesn't quite lead the life of success and carefree spending like you might imagine. It's actually kind of the opposite. He hardly has enough more to survive.
Mood.
Yeah.
Okay, so he's broke. Interesting. Why's that?
It
Dory.
kind of comes down to KAVEH's personality. He's a very perceptive person, so he has this sensitive and delicate side to his character. He also has a strong sense of empathy and can
want
understand
him
the
so bad.
emotions and thoughts of different people, which may actually be one of his sources of artistic inspiration. For example, when someone is trying to sell something to KAVEH, all they have to do is make up some story about how the proceeds go to helping poor children, and he'll practically hand over
So
his mora,
gullible.
like all of it.
Wow, what a nice but gullible guy.
Yeah. And on top of that,
That's actually
he doesn't
one of,
limit
Al
himself with the
Haytham's
cost
voice
of
lines.
construction. And take the Palace
That
of
story that
Alcazarceray
Dory just told, that's actually one of Al Haytham's voice lines. That's really funny.
as an example. Maybe only a real maniac architect like him, who doesn't care about the costs, could ever build something as amazing as that. So you gotta respect him for that.
Yeah.
But it's probably these kinds of situations that have made him become roommates with Al Haytham.
But aren't like I'll hate them and
Yeah.
KAVEH polar opposites? We see them bicker all the time.
About
There's a
what?
lot of stuff.
Well, KAVEH thinks that I'll hate them lacks feelings for others and always disagrees with his point of view. But like Anjali just said, KAVEH can understand how many people feel, but understanding doesn't always mean agreement.
Right. Yeah, I think we're starting to understand KAVEH's character a little better now. So next we can move on to some of his talents.
Let's
Yeah,
go.
for sure. As an architect, KAVEH can help everyone save some
teapot.
materials when creating furnishings, and his mapping abilities might come in handy during battle. As a unique and creative
Okay.
designer, KAVEH must always bring tools with him. His toolbox, named Marak, not only provides KAVEH with tools, but also has many interesting uses. For example, Marak's mapping ability allows him to scan the battlefield, causing all dendro
Okay.
cores within a certain AoE to burst immediately.
Nice.
In addition
Oh,
to
so
that,
you
when
can set 'em
Marak
up.
completely releases its energy, it converts KAVEH's attack damage to dendro damage and increases KAVEH's combat capabilities.
Okay.
You don't need to
So he's definitely going to want energy recharge, because how his gameplay works is his E sets off the cores set up by his alt. So you're going to want to have to alt or have another Dendro unit on your team, then blow up the cores with his E and rinse and repeat.
worry about
Got it.
triggering all those dendro cores at the same time. KAVEH won't be hurt by them. In fact, one
Oh.
of KAVEH's talents actually causes him to recover a set amount of HP when he takes damage from a dendro core.
That's so
It's
useful.
always good to have
He's
a
gonna be
reliable
so
partner like
good
that.
on Nilu
Shang Shang
Zooms.
always gives Baiju a lot of help too, you know.
Exactly. But Marak is pretty remarkable. It
Nilu?
can even wield a sword for KAVEH.
Nahida,
That's a pretty awesome toolbox.
I know, right?
KAVEH,
Okay, so
And
that should
Kokomi
be
or
just
Yeon,
about
dude?
everything we have for KAVEH.
How should I say this? I think his character has more depth than we expected.
Well, he is a distinguished architect from the Nation of Wisdom, so we shouldn't underestimate him.
oh,
Yeah,
I'm excited.
KAVEH will be appearing in the main event for version 3.6, so maybe we give some details about that next?
Oh, okay, I got this one.
Time.
Our main event for version 3.6
Oh, free
is the
Farzan. I
Academia
have her C6,
Extravaganza.
so
In addition to the variety of
not very
celebrations,
useful
the
for
event
me,
also
but she
serves
is
as a
very
chance for the
good.
6 Darshans to compete. The Extravaganza consists of 2 main parts, the Wisdom Gala and the Inter-Darshan Championship. In the Wisdom
they're all
Gala, the
fighting
6
each other.
Darshans have prepared 6 corresponding activities to show off the style of each respective school. As for the Inter-Darshan Championship,
Right, each school
of the
of the
Darshans
Academia.
will be
Okay.
selecting a single member to represent their school in a large competition.
And Wanderer was in the trailer, so he must be the
Great.
mystery.
So maybe we can talk about some gameplay that travelers can expect
Wait,
to see.
how funny would it be if Nilu was, or not Nilu, Nahida was just like, well, you know, I'm the Archon. So I volunteer my child to participate, and he's just like hating it the whole time.
It sounds like we'll
I
be
love
getting
it.
a total of 6 different game modes this time. That's a lot.
Yeah.
Do we get more
Each of the 6
rewards?
Darshans will be compiling their research to provide fun mini-games for everyone to enjoy. For example, Layla's or KAVEH's Darshan will be setting up an astrolabe used for studying astrology at their booth.
Oh,
When travelers
Mona would love
adjust the
this.
astrolabe to the appropriate height and angle, the stars on the astrolabe will light up and form a pattern. Look, this time the
It's so
pattern is a
cute.
cute little fungus.
Aw, that does look like fun.
Nice.
Here's another one. The scholars from Kasharawar will have a game that displays their understanding of mechanisms and architecture. Travelers will learn how to use the least possible
Wait.
materials to build a road that meets certain requirements within a limited space.
Ooh, I'm already getting a lot of ideas
gonna
for this
love
one.
this.
Okay.
I love
It
it
seems
already.
travelers will have a lot of freedom to try whatever arrangements they can think of to reach those goals.
Oh, this looks
Next
so much
is Vahumana.
fun.
They're taking their booth pretty seriously. They will be holding an archaeological activity where travelers
Oh,
will
this one
use
again.
specialized
Okay.
equipment to detect relic replicas. Travelers will have to carefully observe the surrounding environment as they search, and even eliminate external
We
interference
have
affecting
3,
the
and then
detectors
you-
to
yeah,
find the
we've done
relic
this
replicas.
before.
Oh, well, this is all very nice, but are there any games where we won't have to go running around as much? I'm lazy.
Yes, there's something for everyone in these game modes. With this one, you can just relax and stay put while you listen to a story.
Ah.
But as you're listening, you also get to ask the storyteller some questions. If you're
okay.
able to ask and uncover some key information, then you'll receive some clues to lead you to the truth of the story.
Very mysterious.
Maybe some lore bits.
Spontamod,
Love
on the
that.
other hand, is preparing a small combat experiment to put travelers'
I love the
combat
combat
abilities
events.
to the
They're
test
easy,
within a
they're
set
fun.
amount of time. Of
God.
course, they'll kindly provide a variety of potions to help travelers overcome situations in the experiment.
Awesome.
Very cool. And last but not least is a little bionic experiment set up by Tainari's Amorta Darshan. Travelers will be able to control replicas of various creatures and command their movement according to a specific rhythm. And that
I love
sure is
it!
everything we have for the Wisdom Gala. So
It's
which
so
Darshan's
cute!
events are you all most excited about?
Oh, you know, Spontamod, because that's what I'm all about. Combat and battle and victory and never losing. Ever.
Okay.
Never
Confident,
dying.
are we?
Oh,
Wow. I like the star one. I like stars. It's very cool.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be
I'm most
such a fun
excited to
event.
listen
Like, oh
to
my
a
God.
story because I think that's about my speed.
Oh, I get that.
And let's not forget that in addition to the Wisdom Gala, we still have the Inter-Darshan Championship. This is a contest of wisdom and courage, and you won't want to miss seeing which Darshan is able to claim the title of champion.
Very
Wonder.
cool. Oh, and there
gonna be
is
Wonder.
one more thing to mention here. Layla's very
Yes!
own Hangout quest will be
Yes!
arriving with version 3.6, so be sure not to miss it. Okay, that's all.
All right,
Yay,
you
we
guys
get to
know
hang out
Layla's
with
one of my favorite
Layla.
characters.
So
Layla.
I'm excited to check it out.
She is
Okay,
such an
and
amazing shield
our
user.
next event will also be taking place in Sumeru. Waynute activity has suddenly been on the rise, and the academia is dispatching researchers to respond to the problem.
This time, we'll be helping scholars clear the desert of obstructions,
So another fighting
assemble
event.
the Waynute
Okay.
Slayer cannon, and repel the Wandering Waynute.
The
I really need to
Waynute
build
Slayer
Shinobu.
Cannon,
She's really
huh?
good for Dendro teams.
Wow, yeah, that's quite the name.
As its name implies, it's very effective against Waynute. Our task will be to clear out any monsters nearby and help with the preparations so the cannon can start attacking. I'm sure our travelers will be able to help handle the situation.
Oh, yeah. We also
We
have
nuke a
one other
worm.
event for
Love
travelers to
that.
continue improving their combat abilities. During the challenge, travelers will have to complete 3 consecutive combat rounds. During each round, the system will randomly activate 1 or more of 4 possible effects at set intervals of time.
Oh,
Okay.
so I guess it's safe to say that no 2 rounds will play the same.
I guess not.
Yeah. If the buff you receive happens to synergize with your team composition, then your team will really start to shine. I personally think it's interesting to have these random elements added to the challenge. I feel
Yeah,
like
but then
it'll
you can
bring
just change
some
your
fun
characters,
surprises to the gameplay.
Yeah.
Totally. And these buff
That's
effects
literally the
are all
same team I
pretty
use for all
powerful.
Hytham.
The
The
travelers
exact same
should
team.
definitely try some different team combinations and see what synergies they can come up with. And also, the Overflowing Mastery event will be returning
that.
once again with double drops for a limited time to help travelers keep leveling up their characters.
In addition to the events we've already mentioned, there will be one more event taking place in an all-new area. So first, I think we should reveal the new area.
No.
Let's
But
go.
before we do that, let's take a quick break and give another redemption code.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Sounds good. Oh, but one more note, we'll have some info regarding new artifact sets during the break,
Not
so
skipping
be
it,
sure not
then.
to miss that.
Okay, let's look at them. All right. Nymph's Dream, Hydra Damage. Oh, this is the new Ayato set. Okay. So, I've actually heard people talk about this on YouTube Shorts and stuff like that. Like, just in passing. I didn't know what it looked like. But, they said that a lot of people are saying that this set will be really good for two characters specifically, Child and Ayato. And that's about it. Just because of, you have to move, like, really, really fast. It's like an attack speed and Hydra set. So, and then Elemental Mastery skills, burst damage increases by... Is this the one that they said would be for Dia? I feel like that's not really for her. I have to look into it. But let's continue. Man, this is a long break.
Of the desert of Hadramaveth. According to legends, it was one of the main rifts that monsters were emerging from during the Conria disaster 500 years ago, and the site of a battlefield
They
where
said
God
Conria was
suppressed the power
right
of the abyss.
under the desert,
Although
right?
it was
So
originally
that makes
desert,
sense.
the ecological system has completely changed due to the power of the abyss,
I really like
and it
that
has
tree.
become a large, uninhabited area of swamps and wastelands.
So, you're saying that we might be able to uncover some buried secrets about Conria there? On second thought,
That makes sense.
It kinda sounds like it might be dangerous.
There is a lot of Conria stuff going on in the trailer.
Luckily, we have some little helpers to assist us in
A
our
new
search.
pet!
There will be a pari named Sorush waiting for us that will lend us its abilities, allowing
how
travelers to freely fly across parts of the area and access some locations that would be impossible on foot.
Oh my god,
Wait.
I love this.
We'll be able to fly around now?
Yeah, this will be
It's a
your
little
chance to fulfill
fairy.
your dream, Zach.
Yes!
After helping Sorush recover its power, there will
so
be a small
cute.
event for travelers to help it continue its training. We will guide Sorush to drive away enemies, conduct speed training, and complete puzzles, so be sure to check it out. Travelers may also encounter a new enemy during their journey in version 3.6,
Okay.
the Iniquitous Baptist. Its abilities include using multiple elements in
it's a
battle
boss.
and creating shields for corresponding elements to reduce damage. It definitely looks like it'll be a formidable enemy.
That's not all.
I thought
we
this was
have
just a
two
random
more
enemy.
interesting enemies that travelers will encounter. The Animo and Hydro
I wonder if
Hilly
he's the
Churl
new
rogues.
weekly.
These Hilly Churls are wandering across Teyvat and do
I
not
wonder who the
belong
new
to any
weekly
particular
is,
Hilly
because
Churl
we
tribe.
should be getting one
Sometimes they
soon, right?
assist other Hilly Churls or tribes
Is it
in
not in
need
this
of help.
update?
And they also have a unique
I
combat
assumed it
style.
would be, because that's
Even though it
usually
seems
when,
this
like,
place
they
is
do
full
the
of new
split.
dangers, that
'Cause it's
still
two
won't
per
stop the
region.
traveler from bringing new hope to the region. Some clues related to Conria are also waiting to be uncovered here, so it's definitely worth exploring. And last but not least, in version 3.6, the legendary Dragon of Verdure, Apep, will appear. The Dragon of Verdure
This
was
new
once
weekly?
an emerald green dragon that ruled Sumeru, but its color later changed to that of yellow sand.
Oh.
Recently, it seems to be suffering from some kind of illness. Travelers will be making their
Erosion.
way to the Dendro Dragon's
Black
habitat
goo.
to face it in battle, so we must be very careful. The battle will be split into 3 phases. An interesting part to take note of is that in the second phase of the fight, travelers will need to protect the Dendro Dragon from monsters in order to prevent the dragon's illness from getting any worse.
Oh.
Wait, what?
Different?
Yes, and in the third phase, the Dendro Dragon will unleash some
Definitely a
extremely
new
powerful
weekly.
attacks, so travelers will need to be careful to avoid those.
Oh, yeah.
At this point, we don't know what the Dendro Dragon has been through and what exactly caused it to change into its current twisted form. Perhaps we'll get some more answers after
I'm
we
actually
face
really
it in battle.
excited.
Yeah.
This whole
The
version
dragon has a
seems
close connection
so
with Sumeru's
cool.
history and gods. Going into its lair and determining what's causing its current condition is an
It's
important
actually
task
really pretty.
and will be helpful to the entire nation of Sumeru. So, if you'd like to learn more about the Dendro Dragon, then be
feel
sure
like
to check
Nahida's
out
just gonna
Chapter
wanna
2 of
save it.
Nahida's story quest.
Let's
Oh,
go!
for sure. I
This
think there'll
definitely
be a
feels like
lot of
Nahida
interesting things for
quest.
travelers to learn in this one, so be sure to look forward to it.
Absolutely.
Is this Nahida's true
and,
familiar?
That's about all we have for new content in the upcoming version.
Oh, that was really good, guys. And I don't know, like, Ashtaha was kind of like Zhongli's, and you know that Raiden has Miko, and Fenty has Storm Terror. Dvalin, that's what I was thinking. I was trying to think of Dvalin's actual name, and I could not remember. So maybe Nahida's, like, dragon friend is this Dendro Dragon. Let's hope. Anyway, as always, it's been Rain. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!